afternoon all. In previous lecture, we have discussed with the cardiac cycle, one heartbeat, and in that, so many events are there: systole and diastole, and in that, lub-dub sound is also there. Okay, now cardiac output, or known as stroke volume. Amount of blood push by the heart during completion of one heartbeat amount of the blood which is pumped out, amount of the blood pumped out by the heart during completion of the one heartbeat or during completion of the one cardiac cycle. This is known as stroke volume or cardiac output. So in healthy person, around 70 ml per one beat. So within the one cardiac cycle, at the end of the one cardiac cycle, 70 ml blood pumped out of the heart, from the heart, right? So this is known as cardiac output or stroke volume. Now, per one beat 70 ml blood is received and pumped out from the heart. Now you know that within a 1 minute, "72 beats are there." That's why during 1 minute 70 ml multiply with 72 beats, as a result the answer will 5040 ml. So this indicates This indicates that our total blood of whole body, it is pumped through the heart within 1 minute. One thing, as you know that heart rate 72 beats per minute. Respiratory rate 10 to 14 breaths. Average 12 breaths per minute. So here, according to this information, ratio of R is to HR is 1:6. Okay. So normally our one breath or one respiration is completed. So within one respiration our heart beats 6 times. Okay. So this is also applicable in CPR. Cardiopulmonary rehabilitation, in that if the person is unconscious, then artificially we give the pulsation like this. We are doing like this and put this palm region over the chest of the patient. Okay, then within 5 seconds, we have to give the pump to the heart 6 times. And similarly, if the person is unconscious, then artificially we have to breathe to the patient, open the mouth, give the air. As a result, the air is filled inside the lungs, and then turn the patient's mouth on the one side, I mean to say on the opposite side of us, then expiration continue. You know that inspiration is active process, expiration is passive process. Fine. So similarly here, the respiratory rate and heart rate, okay, the ratio is 1:6. Normally in healthy person 70 ml cardiac output or stroke volume is there, but in athletes the cardiac output is much more. Fine, because the athletes train their body, that's why they have very strong heart. Okay, so this is about the cardiac output as well as stroke volume. Let us discuss with the few points of the ECG. Fine, let us start with this. Here 3 words are there. Electrocardio. Here actually the heart performs electrical activities. Yes, you know that the nervous stimuli to the heart obtain the impulse from the nerve through the SA node. SA node transmit the impulse to AV node. AV node transmit the impulse to bundle of Reese and Purkinje fibers. So here three words are there. Generally ECG, there are so meanings of full forms of ECG. Electrocardiogram, the name of machine, the small machine which is used to record the electrical activity of the heart. So the machine is known as electrocardiogram. Electrocardiography, it is the technique, and electrocardiograph, the graphical representation of electrical activity of heart on graph paper. So electrocardiogram is an instrument or is a machine. See, if you had seen that digital ECG, when you visit the ICU ward, at that time beep beep sound is there continuously, beep beep tick tick tick, like that. Okay, and if abnormal sound is there, then that machine perform P, like that sound coming inside it. So generally when you visit the ECG, digital cardiogram, this is known as digital electrocardiogram. This is controlled by electrical supply. Okay, and beep 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 continuously sound is there. So normally what we are doing that, small tape recorder size machine is there, and over that so many cables are connected to it. Here we are using 9 electrodes. 9 electrodes. With the electrocardiogram machine, 9 electrodes are connected to it. Out of the 9 electrodes, 3 electrodes are known as limb electrodes. Now, these limb electrodes, in that I will tell you the names of it. by application of gel, yes, ultrasonic gel. By application of the ultrasonic gel, the one electrode, it is connected to the right upper limb on the wrist region here. So that name of the electrode is AVR. Then another electrode by application of the gel connected to the wrist of the left upper limb. So that is known as AVL lead. And the third electrode, it is connected to the ankle part, ankle of left foot, left side lower limb ankle. So in this way, due to AVR, AVL and AVF, R, L and F, the triangle is formed. Right angle triangle is formed by these three electrodes, and in the center of the three electrodes, heart is situated. So now you remember, right leg taken as a earthing. Okay, so here total 9 electrodes are there. Out of that 9 electrodes, 3 electrodes are arm electrodes. Okay, AVR on the right upper limb, AVL on the left upper limb, and AVF on the left lower limb. And in this way, right angle triangle is formed, and in the center of that, heart is there. Now over the heart, one by one in this direction, one by one in this direction, chest leads are connected to it. So these are known as chest electrodes. So the name of the chest electrodes, V1 to V6. Now, when you apply the electrical supply, when you apply electrical supply to the machine, the graph, it is came on the graphical graph paper. Okay, so you know that if the straight line is there, you know that the person is dead. If in the ECG machine straight line is there, means there is no any electrical activity occur in the heart. So when you apply the electrical supply, now after arranging of these electrodes, when you give the electrical supply, then you start the machine, then graph will be there. So I can draw the graph right now, and then later on I will specifically draw that graph in large view. Okay, so you know that this type of the graph is repeatedly drawn that okay, so this type of the graph is repeatedly drawn that. So now I can elaborate this graph in live view. Fine. Here, this is known as normal ECG wave. Here, in normal ECG wave, upward curvature, downward curvature is there. So first of all, I will tell you the normal ECG wave. So in normal ECG wave, initially here, I can put the mark here and mark here. So in between that, one cardiac cycle is completed, right? Now here, in the initially of the graph, upward wave is there, known as P wave. Then yes, you may carry on. The down wave known as Q, up wave known as R, down wave known as S, and up wave known as T. So here, normally ECG consists three waves. Okay. So here, normally ECG consists three waves: P wave, QRS complex, P wave, QRS complex, and T waves. So now let us discuss in detail about each and every wave. First is P wave. See, if you know that cardiac cycle, to know that cardiac cycle is of 0.8 seconds. So now 0.8 second duration, it is divided into three phases. Yesterday, if you know that, 0.1 second, 0.3 second, and 0.4 seconds. Yes, everything is here. P wave, this indicates auricular depolarization. Dear all students, please now remember here that depolarization means action potential, means the nerve is there in the stimulated stage, right? So auricular depolarization or auricular systole. This indicates that auricles are contracted, P wave. that is depolarization. So the duration of the P wave is 0.1 second. Fine. Second wave, QRS complex. The whole QRS complex, this whole wave, it is for 0.3 seconds. So now this indicates ventricular systole. Otherwise, you know that depolarization. Got it? And yes, now you know that during QRS complex, loud sound is heard. Right? During ventricular systole. So P wave indicates auricle systole. Yes, you know that auricle systole at that time ventricles are in diastole stage. Second, QRS complex means ventricle systole. At that time auricles are in the diastole stage. Now third is T wave. The duration of the T wave is for 0.4 seconds. T wave indicates, first of all, ventricular diastole. First of all, ventricles are in the diastole stage and then followed by auricular diastole stage. And you know that first of all, ventricles are now entering the diastole stage because 0.3 seconds for that ventricles are there in the systolic stage. So this indicates repolarization of the both the chambers. So now what do you mean by repolarization? Understand it, the meaning of it. Repolarization means at a resting stage, or you say that relaxation stage from excited stage. Okay, so these are the few points of the repolarization as well as depolarization. And last point is, you know that during P wave we hear the dub sound. Yes, dub sound is here up to P wave of the next wave also. Yes, so here please remember love and dub. Here for both dub. Here love, and for this both dub. Here love, for this both dub. So this is about the normal ECG. Now, by counting the proper waves, number of waves, by counting the number of normal waves, we identify or we estimate the normal heart rate also. The shape of the P wave, QRS wave and V wave. According to that, we can also identify the normal opening and the closing of the valve also. Okay, so according to this ECG, we can identify any cardiac disorder. Fine. So this is about the detailed information of the ECG. Now continue with the next topic, double circulation. Initially I had told to you that our heart has 4 chambers. So in 4-chambered heart we have double circulation. So double circulation here 2 types, pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Let us discuss with this. See here, first of all, we had already discussed this in little bit portion previously. These are the lungs. Okay, this is the heart. See, here at the bottom of that I have drawn the stomach or liver or the cell or the tissue or the organ, whatever. Fine, from the different organs of the body, from different parts of the body, here deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body, the deoxygenated blood, it is now supplied to the heart. And entered in the right auricle. So this is known as superior vena cava, SVC, and this is known as inferior vena cava. Fine. So from the different organs of the body, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, through this the deoxygenated blood is now entered in the right auricle. Now from right auricle, blood is now entered into the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. Fine. And from that the deoxygenated blood is now reached to the lungs. Okay, so here pulmonary semilunar valve is there, and here this is pulmonary artery, PA. So from right ventricle the blood is now transferred to the heart for purification. Now after gaseous exchange, now from the lungs oxygenated blood came back to the heart. So I want that here red color. Fine. So in heart, left auricle. So this is known as PV, pulmonary vein. So from the lungs through pulmonary vein, our oxygenated blood now enter into the left auricle. You know that between left auricle and left ventricle mitral valve is there. Find bicuspid valve. So from that the blood is now moved from the left auricle to left ventricle, and then from left ventricle to the different parts of the body, to the, you know that, aorta, artery, arterioles, and then capillaries. Fine. So here aortic semilunar valve is there. Aortic semilunar valve, and this is aorta. Okay, and this is the pulmonary artery, so this is known as pulmonary semilunar valve. Okay, so now please remember double circulation in that two types. Double है okay, double circulation in that systemic circulation. So this is known as systemic circulation. From left ventricle to right auricle. It means from left ventricle oxygenated blood is supplied to the different organs of the body, then back to the heart, to the right auricle, that is deoxygenated blood. And second is pulmonary circulation. Okay, so this is known as pulmonary circulation, and here deoxygenated blood become oxygenated, and in systemic circulation oxygenated blood become deoxygenated. So pure blood become impure and impure blood become pure. So in this way double circulation is seen in the four chambered heart in most of the mammals. Thank you very much to all. Hope you understand this. Bye bye everyone in next lecture. See you there.